Page number 179, fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are rich in carbon and hydrogen. They burn in air to release a lot of energy in the form of heat and light. Coal, crude oil, petroleum, and natural gas are examples of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are widely used as source of energy in transport, homes, and industries. Many vehicles run on petrol and diesel, which are obtained from petroleum or crude oil by fractional distillation. Many power stations burn fossil fuels to heat water and change it into steam. The steam drives turbines which turn generators for generating electricity used in homes and industries. Okay, first of all, we read that fuels. What are fuels? Fuels are the substances which are burned to release energy. But fossil fuels are the substances which are burned to release energy in the form of heat and light, as well as it can produce gases, some gases as well. For example, coal. Coal. If coal is heated, so it will change into electricity. If crude oil is heated, it will change into petrol. If natural gas is heated, we can cook something in our houses, we can cook something in the kitchens. So fossil fuels are majorly used as a source of energy in transport. How? If we have to move a car, so we need petrol. So petrol has to be burned first through the engine, and then it will let the car move. Homes. I told you that we use natural gas in our homes to cook something, to cook food. Industries. You can see in figure 9.8 that how industries use fossil fuels for them. For example, if a coal is heated, so it will change into electricity. How? If a coal is heated and water is heated, so for the power station, it will change first into steam. When it will change into steam, it will let the steam turbine to move. When the steam turbine moves, it will turn into generators to generate electricity, which we use in our homes and industries. Page number 180. Formation of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels come from fossils, which are remains of organisms that lived millions of years ago. Coal. Millions of years ago, there were many huge and swampy forests on Earth. When the plants died, they were buried in the swamps. Over the years, the mud and swamps piled up and hardened, crushing and compressing the buried plants under the action of heat and high pressure. The buried plants turned into coal. Okay, how can the fossil fuel form? From where do they come? So, fossil fuel comes from the fossils which were the remains, which were the waste of the organisms that had been left million of years ago. It means that millions of years ago, when living organisms, either that can be plants, either that can be animals or human beings, which lived million of years ago, and their waste are now buried in the forest area, in the sand area, in the water, or wherever, in the sea, in the lake, wherever. So how coal is formed first? From where do we uh, from where can we have coal? So million of years ago, there were some swampy forests and they were huge. Swampy means dal wale forest. So there were some swampy and huge forests where there were plants. The plants were huge in the height. And when they were buried, when they were dead and they were buried in the same swamps. So after they die and after so many years, the mud, the sand helps them to change into coal. Page number 181. Crude oil. Tiny organisms called plankton lived in the sea and oceans. When these organisms died, their remains sank to the bottom of the sea and oceans and were buried deep under mud and sand. Over millions of years, the heat and high pressure slowly changed them into a thick black liquid called crude oil. Crude oil is found under the seabed or under land which was once covered by the sea or ocean. Okay, from where do we get crude oil? There are some tiny organisms which lives in sea, which name is plankton. So these are the organisms which are found in sea and oceans. And when they die and their remains, their wastage sinks on the bottom of the sea or ocean or lake. So they were buried deep under the mud and sand, and which helps them to convert it into crude oil. Natural gas. Natural gas consists mainly of gaseous compound called methane. It is formed when organisms decompose and is usually found out of coal buried deep in the ground to form large pockets. Many of the miners have been killed by natural gas poisoning or explosion. Natural gas comes from uh, which we use in our homes to cook food. It is called methane gas. So how from where it comes and how do it forms? So it is formed together with the coal and crude oil. How? When coal and crude oil mixes together in the sea, so it forms natural gas which is called methane as well. And coal miners which find coal somewhere on in the sand or on the water or wherever, coal miners have been died by natural gas, as natural gas is somehow poisonous and it can produce explosion as well. Page number 182. Conserving energy. Does your country have an unlimited supply of fossil fuels? Can the supply of fossil fuel be easily replenished once they are used up? Fossil fuels are widely used sources of energy in the modern world. However, they take millions of years to form and cannot be replaced immediately once they are used up. For this reason, fossil fuels are known as non-renewable energy resources. No one knows exactly when the current supplies of fossil fuels will run out. The demand of fossil fuels can be reduced by conserving energy so that the existing supplies will be able to last for a longer period of time. To conserve energy, we can use energy carefully so as to avoid wastage. Okay, they are saying how can you conserve energy and why to conserve energy. Obviously, if we are getting electricity from the fossil fuels and it takes millions of years to produce first of all, it takes millions of years to produce coal. So we need to conserve as well. We need to not waste these energy. So what we need to do? We need to not waste these energies and we need to first of all carefully use them. For example, if we are using electricity at our home, if we see some lights or some fans, they are not switched off. They are just wasting the energy. So we need to switch it off. Page number 103. Conserving energy also reduces the negative effect of the use of the energy, such as pollution in our environment. If we conserve energy, if we do not waste the energy, so what it will reduce? It will reduce the negative effect which is on our environment. It will not produce pollution. Okay. First of all, over here, we are learning that the ways from which we can conserve energy in our daily life. Do you switch off the lights and electrical appliances when they are not in use? Do you use saving light bulbs or fluorescent lightnings instead of incident light bulbs which gives off more heat? Do you practice the 3 R's, which is reduce, reuse and recycle? I walk, cycle or take public transport to school